Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this signature bronzy smoky look. I am going to be using some new products in this video, as well as some of my absolute amazing favorite products that I use all the time. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by prepping my skin. I always make sure that I take the time to prep my skin so that my makeup stays on all day long and it just looks 1,000 times better. So I'm going to start with this Jouer treatment oil. And I'm just going to do a few drops of this on the palm of my hand. And I like to just kind of blend it and then just kind of work it and press it into my skin. So next, I'm going to prime my skin with this Tom Ford Illuminating Primer. I really like this primer because it has a nice opalescent finish to it. So it gives your skin a little bit of a glow before you put on your makeup. So next, I'm going to spray this Armani Refreshing Makeup Fix on my skin before I apply my foundation. It smells so expensive and rich. I'm going to be using this cream foundation from RCMA. I absolutely love this foundation. I use this foundation all the time. It's absolutely one of my favorite go-to foundations. Stipple it all over your skin. So now that the foundation is done, I'm going to apply this Born This Way concealer. This is from Too Faced, and I am going to apply it in the shade Light. I like to kind of lay it down first where I want it. I focus most of the lightness kind of like in the center of my face and kind of work my way out. I'm pretty strategic with placing it above my brow so that it can almost help to slightly clean up the brow from the top. Now I'm going to take a clean beauty blender and just blend it and stipple it out. Now I'm just going to go back with my beauty blender that I had a little bit of that foundation on and just kind of stipple out the edges of that concealer just to give it a really nice blend. And to add a little brightness, I'm going to use this MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in the shade Light Boost. And when I apply this, I'm not going to bring it out as far as the concealer. I'm going to stay a little bit closer in towards the inner corner of my eyes. And stipple and blend that out as well. Now that I've applied that, I'm going to go ahead and bake my under eye area. I love this product so much that I have a giant tub of it. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. And I am going to apply it with a beauty blender and just press it into my skin. This is seriously one of the best setting powders that I've ever used. And I'm just gonna let that sit and bake, and I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm gonna use this soft ochre paint pot from MAC to prime my eyes. Just gonna take a little bit with my finger and just kind of wash that all over my eyelids. The key to using the paint pot is you wanna use a really thin layer of product. You don't wanna use too much, just a little bit goes a long way. Once you get that on, I'm just gonna use a brush and pick up a little bit more of that setting powder and just lightly dust it over my eyes. For my eyes today, I'm going to use the Jouer Essential Matte and Shimmer palette. This is such a great palette that literally has everything that you need. I'm going to start off with my 224 brush from MAC, and I'm going to pick up this light warm shade in the palette called Desert, and I'm going to put this all over my crease. So I'm literally just taking this color really lightly in my crease with my 224, just buffing and blending, making sure it looks really nice. To add a little definition to my crease, I'm going to take that same 224 brush and apply the color Sepia as well. To define my eyes a little bit more, I'm going to use the Sephora crease brush. I believe it's number 38, and I'm going to take this brown shade called Suede. So now I'm going to take my Morphe M333 flat brush, and I'm going to apply this bronzy shade. It's like a brown chocolatey shade. It's called Dark Brown. The reason I like to let the bake under my eye just kind of set while I work on my eyes is because it can catch any fallout that you may have. So now that that's on, I'm going to take that Sephora blending brush and pick up that suede color again and blend it in my crease just to help it give a smoother blend. So to line my eyes, I'm going to use this Jouer cream eyeshadow stick in the shade Baroque. I've been so obsessed with this. It looks so beautiful and bronze in my waterline. I'm not sure if it's safe in your waterline, but I always do it. So it's at your own risk, guys. I want my eyes to look super sultry, so I'm going to go back in with that sepia shade with that same brush and blend it under my lash line. I always like to keep a clean 224 just on standby so that I can just kind of use it to help me blend stuff out a little better. So now I'm gonna take this Slim Cream eyeliner, also from Jouer. This is in the shade Matte Brown, and I'm gonna run this in my waterline for a little more definition. So I'm also gonna take this slightly under my waterline, just to give it a little bit more of a smoky effect. And I'm gonna go back in with that point brush and blend it out. So I'm pretty much done with my eyes. I just have to add lashes and mascara, but I am gonna take a clean blending brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of a lighter shade of foundation just to kind of blend on my brow bone, just to kind of give the outer edges of my shadow a little bit more of a diffused look. All right, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off all of my setting powder that I use under my eyes. And like I said, it's really convenient because it just kind of catches all of the fallout, so you're not having to worry about like taking a wipe and cleaning off your makeup and stuff like that. I'm gonna go back in with that Too Faced concealer and just highlight down the bridge of my nose. Gonna blend that out a little bit. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of that setting powder on that highlight as well. I'm just gonna pinch the tip of my beauty blender to get it on there right and precise. Just let it sit there and do its thing. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this dark golden Mineralize Skinfinish from MAC, and I'm gonna use it as a little bronzer and a little contour. So I always like to start with like the temples of my forehead, just to start to give my skin like a really nice, warm touch. That sounded a little sexual. I'm gonna take the same color and apply it on my cheeks. I just kind of generally just kind of buff in this kind of like area where my natural shadows should be. Now that we've applied that, I'm gonna dust off this highlight on my nose, now that it's kind of done its thing. Now I'm gonna take the Morphe M524 brush. I'm gonna pick up some of that same bronzer and apply it to contour my nose. So the trick with contouring your nose is a little goes a long way. So I like to pick up very, very little product on my brush, and then I just really lightly just kind of start to blend and buff it on my nose. And just gonna add a little bit at the tip of my nose just to help it give a little bit more of a little more pointy. All right, now to add a little bit more of definition to my contour, I'm gonna use this Pür Mineral Glow Bronzer. You wanna get that right exactly where you want that definition to really kind of be pronounced. All right, now I'm gonna go back in and add a little bit of a highlight right in this part of my face, just to give my face a little bit more structure. So I'm gonna use that same RCMA cream foundation that I used earlier, but I'm gonna use it in a few shades lighter to highlight, and I'm gonna use it with a beauty blender. So we're just gonna stipple this right under where I want to create more of that highlight and definition. And I like to just take the bottom part of my beauty blender that doesn't have any product on it and just kind of stipple it and try to blend it away a little bit. And of course you don't want any harsh lines, so I'm gonna go back in with that brush that I used to apply my bronzer and just kind of diffuse that harsh line a little bit. So I've been really trying to let my eyebrows grow so that I can kind of wear more of a natural brow, but I still have some areas that need a little bit of love, so I'm gonna use this Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil just to add a little bit more definition to my brows. I am gonna use shade 6. It's a little bit darker for me than I normally would go, but I use it really, really lightly. I just like to kind of warm it up on the back of my hand first, just to kind of really get that product moving and flowing. I'm just gonna add a little bit right at the start of my brow, where it's a little bit more thin, just for a little bit more definition. And I'm gonna add a little bit also on kind of like where my arch is. It's a little bit thinner, just so that it kind of stands out a little bit more. And I like that this pencil has a spoolie on the other end, so you're able to kind of comb through your brows. I like to specifically comb through because I feel like it kind of helps to lighten the brow a little bit in case I went a little too dark. And that completes the brows. Just a little bit of love, nothing too crazy and dramatic, and this pencil literally makes my life so much easier. So now I'm gonna apply my lashes. I'm gonna use Flutter lashes in the style Crazed. These are super dramatic, super me. I love a good wispy, chunky lash, and this has wispy, chunky written all over it. And I'm gonna take my Benefit tweezers as I'm kind of letting this dry. All right, so now that the lash has gotten a little bit tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and get this on my eyes. I always hold the lash from the center with my tweezers and kind of apply the center first and then apply the inner and outer parts of the lash. That initial getting it on there is so crucial. These are so beautiful. First time wearing these and I'm already obsessed. I don't ever really like to wear eyeliner on the top of my eyes because I feel like it just kind of takes away from the shadow a little bit. And I really like just like a really nice full lash just kind of standing out on its own. So I'm just gonna let that sit there and do its thing and get the other one on. So while that's drying and setting, I'm gonna go and spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus. I specifically use Fix Plus before I apply my highlight because it has a little bit of glycerin, which will just allow the highlight to really just kind of melt and soak in and bind into the skin. So I'm gonna literally shower myself in this. If you watched any of my old videos, you guys know I go a little ham when it comes to this baby. So spray it all over. Literally shower in it. And the trick is to kind of just fan yourself, and right before you feel it's about to be completely dry, you pop your highlight on. And today I'm gonna use my Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder, and I'm gonna use the shade Illuminati, and I'm gonna apply this on the bridge of my nose and my cheekbones. I'm gonna apply this using this fan brush from Japanesque that I absolutely love. All right, you guys ready for this? Because this is about to be so insanely blinding. I kind of like to take it right between like the highlight and the bronzer to kind of give it like a nice transition. I'm gonna use this double-ended Tarte brush just to highlight down the bridge of my nose. I feel like this is what really makes your nose really pop. And that nose is pinched. She is so pinched, honey. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that Diamond Glow powder and apply it on the inner corners of my eyes. Make these babies pop. It literally makes such a difference, like huge difference, right? And we're almost done. All right, so for my lips, I'm gonna start off with NYX Lip Lingerie, and this is in the shade Push Up. It's just such a beautiful, like, nudie pink, so signature me. All right, now to create a little bit of an ombre effect, I'm gonna use this Jouer lip cream, and this is in the shade Buff. And I'm mainly gonna apply this on kind of like more of the center part of my lip. Oh, it literally smells like cupcakes, butterscotch. Like I literally want to eat this. It smells so amazing. I'm just applying it where I want it first. And I'm gonna go in with this brush to buff it. For my gloss, I'm gonna apply this Chanel number 87 gloss. It's a really beautiful like beigey nude pink all over my lips. Now, one of the last things I'm gonna do is apply mascara. I'm gonna use this MAC Extended Play Mascara on my bottom lashes. I always bend the tip of my mascara wand because it just allows me to wiggle that product on my lower lash line a little better. Just a little tip. I feel like this really makes your eyes pop. Bottom mascara, never leave my house without it. Okay, add a little mascara to the top. Gotta show the top row some love too. All right, and now that I'm all done, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that Armani setting spray and spray it all over my skin. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video on how I do one of my favorite signature makeup looks. I really wanted to take the time and do this because you guys are always asking me questions on Instagram and Snapchat. So I'm really happy that I finally got to do this for you guys. If you guys like this video, don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel. I have so much amazing content coming for you guys. And also let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see from me, what kind of looks, basically anything you guys want, let me know so that I can kind of filter through and figure out what it is that I should be creating for you guys. I will post all of the products and any discount codes that may be available for everything that I used in this video below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.